Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. It's Chrissy here. Welcome if you're new, you know what to do. Click that subscribe button down below so you can join the squad. Come on in, bring it on in, all of that. Okay y'all, while I'm doing my hair and reviving this style, we need to talk because this situation honestly irritated me all over again. So boom, it's a particular hairstylist in Dallas that I like to go to when I do let people actually do my freaking hair. However, she's always booked, busy, you know, doing her big one, okay? And she wasn't available to do my hair around the time that I needed it to be done. But this hair still needed to be done because your girl's birthday was in a few freaking days. I really just wanted my real hair done. I didn't want to do the whole weave. I didn't want to do no braids. I wanted a precision bob cut, deep condition, black hair, sleek, neat, silk press, okay? Like nothing extra. Now, usually when I do my own hair or protective styles, my hair grows really well. My hair was thick, healthy, and honestly, not had fully pressed my hair out in like 2 freaking years. The only heat I really use is my blow dryer on wash days and sometimes a flat iron on leave out when I'm wearing like sew-ins or quick weaves. So I ended up last minute booking another hairstylist because your girl didn't have no time to wait around. My birthday was literally in days. I found her online. I checked out her page. I seen her work. I sent my deposit and literally 2 minutes later, she confirms the appointment for 9 a.m. the next morning. Cool. So I pretty much booked the girl at like 5 something that day for the next day at 9 a.m. After that, I had a Zoom meeting and then I had to do my kids' hair. As y'all know, I have 3 daughters. So yeah, I had to do their hair too. And I took their hair down and I pretty much just washed and braided their hair up as well. And then I went ahead and started taking my own freaking hair down. My hair wasn't dirty. It was just dry from the braids I had up under my 𝘽𝙪𝙨 wig. And honestly, I wasn't trying to load my hair up with oils and products because I was thinking she was going to wash, deep condition, and do everything professionally anyway because that's what your girl paying her for. So around midnight, while I'm taking my hair down, I finally checked my phone because I wasn't on my phone. Like, I literally get off my freaking phone. I get so tired of a phone. And so I see my text messages and see that she texted me hours ago. She was asking could I come at 11:30 instead because she ran out of black hair color, which is literally part of the service I booked. Mind you, it's Saturday night, technically Sunday morning, midnight, but beauty supplies don't even open up early on Sunday. So in my head, I'm like, oh my God, which this was technically a warning sign. So about 5 a.m., I texted her and basically said, never mind, because I had stuff to do and that later time wasn't gonna work for me and the commute was almost an hour to get there. Y'all, then suddenly she texts back and says she found a tube of black color and asks me to describe my hair to her. Now, granted, I know what consultations are for. You book the consultation before you go to see the stylist, see if they can even perform the duties, blah, 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 blah. Your girl didn't have no time for all of that, okay? We found her last freaking minute. Keep this in mind. So I describe my hair to her. I tell her it's natural, it's thick, it's 4C, it's shoulder length. And she basically like, cool, see you at 9. At this point, I'm already irritated, but then I'm also like, my birthday in a few days. I need my hair done. My regular stylist I will go to isn't available. And I already mentally committed to this appointment. So we go. I get there early around 8:30. I text her asking which salon suite she's in because there's multiple businesses in that area. She texts back saying her ETA is 8:55, then 9:05, then 9:18 because traffic in a wreck. Now, I understand stuff happens, so I'm still being patient. Eventually, she pulls up with bags and her daughter, and then she texts me to come inside. Keep in mind, I'm in my car, but she don't know what car I'm in. So I seen when she was pulling up and all of that. So when I asked her which suite she was in, she described the suite and then she said, oh, but nobody's might not be in there. So I wasn't tripping because I wasn't going to go in there anyway. It wouldn't even make no point if my stylist is not there. However, stylist was already in there and the salon was already open and people was already in there working. So I get in the salon, then the real consultation starts. So I did pull up with my fro. Just took the braids down, pulled up with my fro. So she immediately starts talking about how my hair isn't heat trained and how a silk press isn't going to last on me because as soon as I go outside, the weather and just basically my texture of my hair, it's not going to work. Now, mind you, her booking site literally said the service work on all hair types and textures. Also, your girl has had her hair silk pressed in the summer in the winter, in the spring, and in the damn fall. She then starts suggesting weave styles and asking if I bought weave. Like, girl, what? Why would I bring weave when I booked a silk press and a bob on my natural hair? So now I'm confused because the whole appointment is turning into something completely different than what I booked. Eventually, the conversations turned into chemical treatments. And honestly, I was hesitant because that's not what I came here for. But at this point, my man and my kids had already dropped me off. They went fishing. My birthday was days away, and I just wanted my hair freaking done. Then it got weirder. She asked me if I can do a favor and go get products from the beauty supply. Like, girl, what? The beauty supply wasn't even open yet, y'all. Then she ends up Instacarting products from Walmart. While we were waiting on them to deliver the stuff, she like setting up her breakfast, talking on the phone, dealing with her toddler, and everything just felt chaotic, y'all. Now, let me say this because I want to be fair. Her daughter was a baby, and I understand that part. I'm a mom too. But at the same time, if I would have known I was walking into an environment where a toddler was running around the entire appointment, throwing tantrums, interruptions, grabbing things, screaming, all while chemical services are being done, I honestly would not have booked. That's just me being honest. So eventually she starts the chemical process, and this is where I feel like things went wrong. Because after the first treatment, I remember still smelling chemicals in my hair before she immediately moved on to the next process. Then there were pauses, more waiting, more interruptions. At one point, she literally had to leave the whole salon completely to take her daughter to the restroom while product was still processing in my damn hair. I already knew I wasn't gonna be back, y'all. Then we get to the blow drying process, and she's blow drying, and she hit like a tangle in my head and was pulling hard enough where I literally had to stop her and put my own hands in my head and detangle it myself, because like, girl, you're not about to rip my hair out of my head. What is your problem? The whole experience just felt rushed, unorganized, and unprofessional. And even after all of that, when I left, my hair looked cute. I'm not even gonna lie. That's why I didn't think too much about it at first. I paid, tipped, took pictures, and left. Now, my original service was $225. I ended up paying around $400 total. That's after the extra services she had to do and the tips. And yes, I tipped her, partially because the style looked decent at first, partially because I felt bad for her situation with her having her daughter at work and all she gotta do, and honestly because I already knew I wasn't coming back. Y'all, I didn't leave that salon until 1 something, and that's sad because this was supposed to be a 2-hour service max. Yeah, I ran my errands, and tell me why that same night I wrapped my hair and I started shedding. At first I thought maybe it was normal because I had just gotten a cut and chemical treatments done, but weeks later still shedding. Y'all, then the back of my head started looking thinner, like y'all could kind of see a little bit of it in this video. Y'all, your girl went into her bag of research and found out that my hair is freaking over processed, and then I had to look up products that can help me recover from this because I'm not getting in nobody's hair. And suddenly everything just clicked. The rushed appointment, the overlapping processes, the constant pausing, the environment, all of it. Then to top it off, weeks later I'm scrolling on Instagram and I see me on the Explore page. She posted my appointment as content, talking about this was a $400 service, but it was worth it. Girl, the service was not $400. I tipped you. Y'all, low-key, that rubbed me the wrong way because online everything looks smooth and professional, but my actual experience was stressful, and now I'm sitting here trying to recover my hair from the damage. So yeah, no more chemical processes for me. I'm going back to what works for me. This whole experience reminded me why I'm so picky about who touches my hair. But yeah, see y'all in the next one. Bye.